Hello, my name is Henry. I'm product manager at RepayMe, and today I'm gonna show you a short demo of our current development status of our nice marketplace application. Welcome, and now I take you to my screen. We start with the registration. After that, we will register as a seller. Then we will create a product on the marketplace. Then we go through the checkout funnel. And finally, we will review the order in the My Account section. On a marketplace, we connect sellers and buyers. And the first thing that we have to do is to register on the marketplace. So register, the first step in registration is the same for everybody. So the first thing that we have to do is to decide for language. I decide for English, for currency. Decide for Euro, and for region. And we are working in Berlin, so I'm working in the Germany region. I'm gonna save that, and now I'm able to register. Registration is kept really short. You have two options. You can register with Facebook. That's like the usual way. And you can register with simply entering a username. You remember my name was Henry. My email address is top secret. I confirm my email address. And I enter password. So, and I agree to the terms and conditions. And now I'm registered. So in parallel to that, I receive an email with my with the link to my account. And if I forget my password, I could easily recover it or have a forgot password functionality. So now I'm registered, and that's the registration as a standard user, so I can buy products from sellers. But the next thing that I want to do is to sell something on the marketplace. To do that, I have to register as a seller, and that's quite easy. So I decide for the option register as a seller. Now I can decide for, I want to become a private seller. So I want to sell my old bike, and decide for the language and currency as well. Now I have to enter all the details which are necessary for the kind of relationship that you have to the marketplace as a seller. That means we need you have to enter contact details. If you are a professional seller, you have to enter your company details, and this is what I do for a private seller now. So, Germany, Mr. And this is not my real birthday. So now I've entered my basic details, and the next step that I can do now, but I don't have to do, is to upload a scanned document to prove my identification. This is necessary, especially for professional sellers, which plan to have more revenues than 5,000 US dollars. So I skip that step and go to the bank settings. In the bank settings tab, I enter my bank settings, because all the money that I earn by selling products will be directly transferred to my bank account. And this is what I have to enter here. Now I enter a test bank account. And if I have the IBAN, everything is fine. So now a check will be performed. That means that if you have entered your seller details, we as a marketplace check your identification, and if necessary we ask you for additional documents like a printed out or a scan of a statement with your bank, so that we could prove that you are really the owner of this bank account, because all the business transaction will be forwarded to this account. Once you entered all your seller details, a check will be performed to prove your identity. This is only necessary for sellers, but sellers take part in all these transactions and all the money will be transferred to your account, so we have to make certain beforehand that you are really the owner of this account and no one else will get your money. So, and in the next tab, this is the tab for a private seller, because I have registered as a private seller. I can enter my my imprint. That's legally that's a legal requirement. And with About Me, you can tell your buyers something about you, where you come from, what is your mindset, or anything like this. As a professional seller, you have to enter your terms and conditions and your withdrawal rules in this step. So there's a lot of text that you have to enter. You can copy and paste it and put it in here. And we have the opportunity to use Markdown to structure your text, which is then presented to each of the buyers in the last step of the checkout process. So what you enter here is the terms and condition and the withdrawal rules. The buyers confirm in the last step of the checkout process. And now I'm registered as a seller. And the first thing that I want to do as a seller is to create products to sell on the marketplace. So what I do now is I can add a product, but beforehand I have to create a shipping profile. Shipping profile means you tell the system what is your how and where you deliver to. And now I'm gonna create a shipping profile to region Germany, and I say I ship or I deliver. This is what I have to decide, and I say I ship in 1 to 3 days, and the package size is 5 products per package, and a package costs €5. So that means that up to a number of 5 products of this kind, I have cost of €5, and from the 2nd on it costs 10 euro. From the 11th on it costs 15 euro. So this is the logic of our shipping profiles. Now I created my shipping profile, and the next thing I want to do is to add a product. I want to sell my old bicycle, so I entered this product here. I don't necessarily need an EAN, but if I have, I can add it here. This is the merchant SKU. This is for sellers who have their own SKU logic. So this is just visible for the seller. And here I can add a product description. Used. Okay. This article is not returnable. It should be online. It means it should be available for selling. One in stock, and the category is sporting goods, outdoor recreation, cycling, bicycles. Now I define a price. I will sell it for 120 euros, and the shipment is the place where I select my shipping profile, which we created in the previous step. So now the last thing that I can do is upload images. Up to 5 images are possible. And now I save the product. And that's all. Now it's ready for being sold. Now I become the buyer. I logged in as Henry Zwei, which is a buyer account. And now I'm looking for a bicycle, and there's one. And now I can see all the details. There are the details that I entered, that the seller entered before. And now I simply buy the bicycle. And now I'm in the checkout process. In the first step of the checkout process, which is the one for dresses, I can enter an invoice address and a shipping address. Those are the addresses which are pre-filled from the entries that I did in my account. So it's pre-filled. The next step is the shipping step. Here I can see all the shipping details. You see the shipping option that we entered before. And the shipping step is skipped if there is just one shipping option. If you have different shipping options, it will be an active decision of the customer. The next step is the payment step. Here I decide for a method of payment. In this case, I choose credit card. And in the last step of the checkout process, I see all the details to review. And I have to agree to the terms and conditions and withdrawal rules. And now I submit the order. Now I'm directed to the payment page. I'm gonna enter a test credit card. Payment is being processed, and now the purchase is done. Behind the scenes of this payment, the splitting is completely done directly. So the seller share is transferred to the seller's account, the marketplace fee is transferred to the RepayMe account, and the cashback share is transferred to the cashback account, which will later be paid out to our users. Now, after my order was placed, I can go to my account, I can check my orders, and review all the details of the order. So here I have my product, shipping details, information about the seller, payment method, and on the bottom of the page I can contact the seller. So now, hello Henry, when do you ship my new bike? And I can send this message to the seller. Now I present you the other part. I sign in as the seller. And as you see, I have a message from Henry too. And I can jump into this communication and see, okay, the order was created and Henry has a question. Okay, he asked me when I will ship the bike. I say, hi, it will be shipped tomorrow. And now my buyer is informed. And now the buyer will get a message as well. Thank you for joining this short session, and I hope we get in contact and we have you on board when we launch our marketplace.